Brace yourselves. Bears fans, Hollis Hall has become ground zero for seismic shifts this morning. If you believe that every decision can change the trajectory of a franchise, hold on to your seats because this might just be the shockwave we've been waiting for. What if the team's struggles are masked by much deeper issues, lurking beneath the surface like an iceberg ready to sink the ship? Questions flood the mind. What if players are at odds with coaching philosophies? How many more heartbreaks can this legacy endure before the winds of change blow through? The whispers have grown into roars, and just when you thought the turmoil couldn't reach new heights, it has. In a move that has left the football world reeling, Braxton Jones has been cut from the Chicago Bears, a decision reverberating through the locker room and echoing in the hearts of fans. What does this mean for the team's chemistry? Could this be the beginning of a coaching overhaul, sparking rivalries that transform the very fabric of Bear Down Nation? It's impossible not to recall the 1985 Bears, a team that thrived on unity and resolve, a stark contrast to today's fractured atmosphere. As stats flash read the offense stumbling over itself for yards, the offensive line having allowed 65 sacks last season, can we afford to overlook the ripple effects of each personnel decision? What if this move ignites a locker room revolt, pushing players to question their futures in the Windy City? Each game fades into distant memory, yet the echoes of past successes grow hauntingly louder. Jones' departure feels like a poignant reminder of heartbreaks past, potential unfulfilled, and seasons slipping away. Tension fills the air as the question looms larger. Who's next in the line of fire? As the dust settles, will we witness a coaching shakeup that transforms the face of this franchise, or a series of missteps that pushes it deeper into turmoil? The stakes have never been higher, and with every beat, the question lingers, what comes next in this unfolding drama? Stay tuned, because the real story in the Windy City is just getting started. Look around you, Bears fans. Really look around. Not just at the scoreboard, not just at the standings, but at the soul of this team. Do you feel that electricity? That creeping unease that sits on your chest like the weight of 1,000 missed opportunities, like the frigid breath of a December wind slicing through the rafters of a half-empty Soldier Field? That's not just cold air, it's the icy chill of truth. The truth that we are once again staring into the eyes of mediocrity, while the ghosts of '85 and the bitter echo of double doinks taunt us from the shadows. They're not just reminders of our past glory, they're warnings. They whisper to us, asking the one question that we all feel in our gut but rarely say aloud: how many times can you break a heart before it stops believing? So I ask you, no, I beg you, will we let this storied franchise spiral again into irrelevance? Will we sit idly by as the fire burns out? Or will we rise like our own Chicago Phoenix, scarred and scorched but unbroken? Because right now, the only thing scarier than the uncertainty is the idea that this is as good as it gets. That the flashes of brilliance are just distractions, not harbingers of something greater. The front office? It's been a swamp of indecision, a fog of maybes and misfires. And now, we're at a breaking point. If they double down on a broken quarterback carousel instead of pulling the trigger on a real franchise savior, it won't just be another poor decision, it'll be a betrayal. A betrayal of the fans, of the legends, and of the players who still believe. You think the locker room doesn't know. You think the veterans can't feel that stagnation creeping in like a mold under the walls? The younger guys are watching. They're watching the decisions, the body language, the post-game excuses. And deep down, they're wondering if all this effort, all this blood and sweat, will ever mean anything if the people at the top keep playing it safe. Can you imagine a rookie walking into that building, seeing pictures of Singletary staring down quarterbacks like a lion stalking prey, or Ehrlicher crashing through offensive lines like a force of nature, and wondering, where did that spirit go? What would those icons say if they saw the state of this team today? And that's where it hits you. This isn't about one season. This isn't about one quarterback or one coach. This is about the soul of the Chicago Bears. Are we a team built on grit, tradition, and relentless drive, or are we just a logo now? A faded banner waving in the wind, while teams like Detroit and Minnesota pass us by, hungry and unafraid. What happened to our swagger? What happened to walking into a game knowing we'd outfight, outlast, outbleed the opposition? Now picture this. We stop playing by the book. We go rogue. We hire the bold coach. We sign the proven winner. We finally make a move that screams ambition instead of hesitation. That could be the spark. That could be the beginning of something that makes Hester's return look like the prologue. But if we keep clinging to the status quo, if we keep telling ourselves just one more year, then we're not a team. We're a museum. And those Packers fans, they'll be the first to remind us. They'll hang our missteps on billboards and chant our regrets from the stands. They'll mock every failed draft pick, every missed opportunity while we sit here nursing our wounds with reruns of '85. But what if we flip the script? What if that star under center finally arrives not a hope, but a hammer, someone who can slice defenses like a butcher in a rush, who makes third and long feel like first and goal? What if that hire, that trade, that leap of faith is what ignites the entire machine? Can you feel that? That pulse in your chest? That's not desperation. That's hope. A rare, dangerous, beautiful hope. 1985 wasn't just magic. It was mentality. It was swagger. It was a belief that we are Chicago, and we will not be broken. Ehrlicher didn't just make tackles. He made statements. Every snap was a sermon in toughness. Every yard defended was a message to the league. You don't mess with the monsters of the Midway. But now we've got players who wear the jersey but don't carry it. And that jersey? It's not just fabric, it's history. It's art break. It's a torch. And if this young squad isn't ready to burn with it, then they need to step aside. Because I can't stomach another season where our dreams circle the drain, like dust in a forgotten corridor of Hollis Hall, where every press conference is a new excuse, every loss is a learning moment, every offseason is another cycle of spin and hope peddling. Where's the fire? The fury? The fight? Let me tell you something. Chicago was built by people who endured, who bled, who clawed through ice and fire to build something real. That's who we are. And this team should reflect that. Not just in slogans and commercials, but in every damn snap. I don't want highlight reels, I want heart. I want fourth and inches grit. I want a defense that makes wide receivers hesitate. I want a franchise that scares people again, Doc. So yes, I'm angry. We should be angry. Because this is our team. And it hurts to watch it flounder while corporate smiles and PR fluff try to paint over the cracks. We remember 2010. That pain? It's part of our DNA now. We remember 2006. So close. So bitterly close. The promise, the collapse, the heartbreak. It's stitched into our Sundays, into our city, into the silence of another playoff run miss. And now, we're staring down the barrel of another wasted season unless someone, anyone, has the guts to act. This isn't just football. This is identity. This is faith. This is every father teaching his kid to throw a spiral in a snowstorm. Every grandmother who wore navy and orange like armor. Every broken remote control, every scream WHY after another third down collapse. This is legacy. And it's hanging by a thread, Dot. So the question isn't just what's next. The question is, who are we? Are we a franchise that folds, that fades, that lets the past rot in trophies and VHS tapes? Or are we the ones who rise again and again, clawing through the doubt and the darkness with teeth bared and fists clenched? Because right now, at this very moment, we stand at the edge of something bigger than a game. And if we fall again, if we miss our window because we were too scared to leap, then we may never forgive ourselves. Not as fans, not as a city, not as Bears, Dot. So I ask you, and I ask Hollis Hall, will we write the next great chapter or be just another forgotten footnote in the league's history books? Because this is more than a game. This is our life, our passion, our heartbreak, and our fight. Are you with me? Or are you still waiting for someone else to care enough to lead?